that she lost her life. Heartfelt condolences to the Nance family and friends. We pray that the truth is revealed on what really happened to Christine Nance, not only to bring you some closure, but so she can rest in peace. Black Butterfly Podcast will continue to follow this case until its completion, and we'll continue to bring you updates as they develop. Here's another disturbing story. This one is out of Philly, and some of you may have already heard about it, but just let me tell you before I go into it, I had to sit for a while before talking about it and get my emotions in check. If I hadn't taken a breather, every word that came out my mouth would be about how this trifling coward ass son of a no good bitch ass motherfucker needs to be castrated. His name is Christine Nance, and I don't even give a damn if I'm pronouncing his name right or not. He's supposed to be 35 years old, and I don't even give a damn. It don't even matter where he lived. What's his story? It don't matter. But according to police, he was charged with rape, involuntary, deviant sexual intercourse, sexual assault, and other related counts for attacking a woman on a train outside of Philadelphia. This happened last Wednesday on October the 13th. The sick bastard claimed the encounter was consensual. He told police officers that he was on the train. This is the SEPTA train, the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority train, a public train. When he recognized the woman, struck up a conversation with her, and he insists that the encounter with the woman had been consensual, claiming she initiated the sexual encounter and did not stop his advances. However, the woman told police she had a few beers after work and got on the wrong train, and yes, she was drunk, but she was alone and had never met this man. She also said that his version of events was false, that he lied, that he ignored her pleas for him to stop and go away. Surveillance from inside the train backed up the woman's account. At one point, he is seen attempting to talk to her and move to the seat beside her before he begins to touch and grab her breasts. Each time he grabs her, the woman pushes him away. There is 45 minutes of footage showing this man trying to touch and grope her before he rapes her. According to the report, and I quote, "Throughout this time, the victim is obviously struggling with keeping him off of her." End of quote. This sick bastard then rapes her at 9:52 p.m. And this is what's so disturbing. Even more so disturbing than the actual act itself is that this woman was harassed and accosted. She was for 45 minutes before he actually raped her, and then the amount of time that he actually committed the assault. That's nearly an hour, at least an hour, that this woman sat on a public train and was harassed and raped. What's so disturbing is no one stepped in to stop it, to try and help the woman. And one of the officers is quoted as saying, "But no one on board the westbound train on the Market Frankfurt line stepped in to stop the attack," unquote. It's not clear as to exactly how many other passengers was in the car at the time, but according to Upper Darby Police Superintendent Timothy Bernhardt, the attack may have been prevented if someone got involved. He went on to say, and I quote again, "There's a lot of people, in my opinion, that should have intervened. Somebody should have done something. It speaks to where we are in society and who would allow something like that to take place. So it's troubling." End of quote. As of the recording of this episode, he's in jail with a $180,000 cash fine. It's not clear whether he has an attorney, but it's likely, and that's just my personal opinion, it's unlikely. My personal opinion, no, he ain't got no attorney. He's gonna have to get one appointed by the court. His preliminary hearing is set for October the 25th. Now I was able to get a copy of the public court summary for this case. And actually his record with this court. As well as, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy. 6. About 9. Say about 9. Looks like about 9 closed or inactive cases going all the way back to from 2015 through 2020. For this case, there's a total of 11 charges. And I hope and pray that they keep adding the motherfuckers on. And they're graded. So let me give you the grades or the charge codes. F1. So we have F1 felony in the first degree, a F2 is felony in second degree, and so on. And then you also have M1 through M3, which are misdemeanors in the first, second, and third degree, respectively. So he is charged with one count of the following. Actually, the first charge, harassment subject to other physical contact, is a S grade or a summary charge. The second one is F1, rape, forcible compulsion. Third one is F1, rape, unconscious victim. Fourth one is F1. This is IDSI, threat, forcible compulsion. Fifth one, the same IDSI, person's unconscious. And then you have a F2, sexual assault, a F2, aggravated indecent assault without consent. F2, aggravated indecent assault, forcible compulsion. And again, these F1s and F2s are felonies. M1, indecent assault, forcible compulsion. M2, indecent assault without consent of other. And M3, a disorderly conduct, hazardous physical offense. So in viewing his record, in addition to these charges for this case, in May of this year, he also received 2 summary charges. One for disorderly conduct, hazardous physical offense, which is one of the charges he's charged for here, and one from public drunkenness and similar misconduct. He also received a M2 charge for resisting arrest, and his bail was set at $100,000 unsecured, and it looks like he posted bail and was just released on those charges on September the 8th of this year. So that's a little more over 30 days before this attack. In January 2020, he also had a summary charge for disorderly conduct, hazardous physical offense, with a cash bail amount of $500, in which he pled guilty. The remaining closed or inactive cases on his record are all disorderly conduct, or what's this, public drunkenness. It's about 6 of those between 2015 and 2016. However, there's one disorderly conduct charge and public drunkenness charge that was withdrawn. There's also an intent and possession of contraband substance by person non-regulated, and in use possession of drug paraphernalia charge, both misdemeanors, but both of those was waived by the court in 2015. He has another closed harassment case from 2015 in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. So the last thing I want to say about this case is that I mentioned last week on our Black Girl Missing episode that one of the major areas in which they get it wrong is officers often arrest the victims or survivors. And juries and judges are less likely to believe Black victims than white victims. These type of racist systems put Black women at a greater risk of experiencing intimate partner violence. It's sad to say, and even sadder to ring true, that this woman that was raped in the middle of the night on a public train full of people, I know she had to be a Black woman. I may be wrong, but my gut tells me that the officer's description of how strong the woman was is cold for Black women. Strong, aggressive, never brave and courageous. It's sad because you know, and I know, there is no way, no matter how drunk she was, there is no way a crowd of people will stand around and watch this Black man rape a white woman and not do or say anything about it. It's sad that all this new technology and social media has only set us back and pulled us further apart instead of uniting us and moving us forward towards the future. We have been desensitized. We have seen so much ratchet shit on social media that when we experience it in real life, it don't even move us. We don't feel shit. Doesn't even move us to act or react. Every single person on that train that was a witness to this horrific violence against this woman, every single one of you that watched and did nothing, and I know it was some of you son of bitches, you put out your phone and recorded this shit. I wouldn't even want to record no shit like that. If I was there, my phone would not have been out recording at all, because I would not have wanted no shit like that on my phone. Every single one that watched and did nothing, said nothing, every one of you should be arrested and charged as an accessory after the fact. Because essentially, that's what you were. You were a participant in this rape. You participated in his rape of that woman. You stood and watched and did nothing. You knew a crime was being committed, and rather than help put a stop to it, you stood there, pulled out your phone, you watched it, and you recorded, and then some of you probably had already posted it. You stood by, or you sat by, and watched it, and let it happen. Shame on you.